Shareef on this show. The three of us, we come up with topics, and we're the talking heads for each topic. So today, Marshall's going to go first with his topic, and his topic is remakes. And if you were to remake a certain movie, how would you remake that movie?
Ooh. I got one, but Gal, let's you start first.
All right. First, I'm gonna do my plug. Anybody who's a fan of SPSs or first-person shooters or paintball, you can come down to the Broken Arrow 2024 event. It'll be located in Long Island, New York. You just have to register at the link below. I commented it in the last video, so I'll hopefully be able to put it in the actual link. If not, I'll make sure it's in the comments early. You'll get to rent out a gun, some biodegradable BB bullets. It's from 10 a.m. to 6. You can get your ticket online. There'll be mounted turrets that you can shoot from. You can explore the field. There'll be some camps where you and your crew can spend time at, and there'll be like lots of various objectives. Anyway, my first film that I would like to remake would be Paid in Full, and I would remake it David Lynch style.
I love that. David Lynch is one of my favorite filmmakers.
It's true. I mean, think about it. They already had one very surreal scene where he's staring out the window at the dry cleaners and you see all the money raining. David Lynch is already a master of very surreal, dreamlike imagery.
Right.
And you could do more of that, especially considering how much of that film is just montages of them flashing and being flashy.
Right.
You could be a little bit more interesting. I get you're just there being the Harlem nigga of the mid to late 80s and early 90s, but...
So so it won't be a comedy anymore?
I mean, it wasn't a comedy. It was just like...
It was an urban crime drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Paid in Full had some comedic moments in there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, there's some.
Yeah.
But, you could always accent more things to just allow it to be like its own product as opposed to like, this is the urban fantasy that we want to make it seem like it is.
So, I like Paid in Full, and I'm going to tell you how I would do Paid in Full. I would do Paid in Full like this. We're on a college campus. 2 college kids down on their luck, about to get kicked out of school, failing out. They don't have no money. But their weed plug that they buy weed from, like, just gives them the idea of, like, yo, listen, like, y'all smoking all this weed. Why don't I front y'all some bags and y'all can sell it on campus? So it would be totally a different story. Like, it would be like how young white kids want to be a part of our culture to the point once they get in it and they see how real it is, and then it's that one friend who wants to leave because he sees what's it got himself into, but then there's that one roughneck white boy who loves it. Like, you know what I mean? I love being amongst black people. I love this shit. I love doing it. I love selling the drugs and shit like that. I love the
eating
thrill.
beef patties.
Work. I love to run from the cops and shit. And like, he would die at the end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
He's in denial of his white privilege.
Yo, like, it'll be a movie about
a suicidal nigga.
It'll be a movie about how young white kids love black culture, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And that's how I would do Paid in Full.
Yo, I'm so sorry, Titus. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to imagine a white person, a white male, that is in such denial of their white male privilege that they're saying, fuck that. I'm going to completely jump ship,
bro,
and jump into this lifestyle that...
There's so many white people that already do that shit. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not as far-fetched as you really make. Bro, Tom Hanks' son, Chet, he's like the whitest black person you're ever going to meet, bro.
We all hate... Well, he loves that nigga.
Oh, I love it.
Bro, he's the whitest black person you're ever going to meet, bro.
Funny as hell. That's a funny dude.
And guess what? Ain't grow up nowhere near having a struggle, bro.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And he got a baby
You're
mama.
Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah, like
You don't know what struggle looks like.
so like
Right.
but there are these people that we speak to who don't understand our struggle, but when they get a taste of it, it's a shock to them. Like I had a friend, like I'm not going to disclose his name, but it's a funny story. He goes, "Yo, man, I didn't have no money to wash my clothes, so I had to wash my shirt collar out in the sink." And then right, like he said it to me as if it was like this new experience. Nigga, for black people, that's a regular Thursday for us, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta go to work tomorrow. My work shirts are dirty. I'm going to wash my shirt collar out in the sink. Cutter, we do security. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
absolutely.
So, like, they get a whiff and taste of what we go through,
Right.
and it's like this grandiose experience that, like, oh my God, I kind of know what it's like. But even though you don't, and that's almost like an insult for them to come to us and be like, oh, I understand. No, you don't know the half. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is shit we go through on the regular basis. So to flip the whole idea of paid in full on his head to where, like, these two white kids are not chilling with this black guy who has to really do this shit because he got a family to provide for. Like, and the only reason why you two guys are doing this because you don't want to look like fucking frauds in front of your family because you're failing out of college. You can still go back to your family and be rich. This man has to go back to the hood and still survive.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a
I
fact.
can see Lee Daniels directing that.
Yeah. So that's how I would do
Paid in full.
Paid in full. Now my movie, if I had to remake it, I might be giving away too much because I already actually started writing the treatment for this. I would actually do Friday the 13th.
Okay.
And how I would redo it is I would take basically the foundation of like Halloween 1, but my movie basically is Halloween 2 because the events of Halloween 1 already happened. So it would start like this. The events of Friday the 13th 1 happened. Camp Crystal Lake is no longer Camp Crystal Lake because when something like that happened, it'll be no longer open up as a camp. The state bought the land. Camp Crystal Lake now is a boarding school. So now the boarding school gets a grant and stuff like that to build into the woods. The groundskeeper is like, I don't think this is a good idea and stuff like that. This, that, and the third. And he's going to the ding like, you could do whatever you want for this money, but just don't do it. So long story short, they start building. They come across a brick wall. They blow it up, and what remains of Camp Crystal Lake is there. Now, you're in the woods. You got construction. The average adults, us, would see this as hazardous and stuff like that. Young, horny teenagers at a boarding school, place to fuck and a place to party.
Right.
They throw a party, hook up with the DJ equipment to a generator, but the land is so soft that the generator falls into like a swamp, electrifies the swamp, but there's something in the bottom of the swamp.
It's Jason.
It's Jason. Now Jason makes his way to the campus. And going back to the groundkeeper, the reason why the groundskeeper is so important, what's one character that was never mentioned in the whole Friday the 13th? Jason's father.
Right.
That's true.
So like that would be like the big plot twist of the film, that the groundskeeper that's been keeping the kids out the woods and telling them is Jason's father. So that's how I would start my timeline of Friday the 13th.
Can I ask you a question?
I have a good Jason story, but I'm not gonna say it.
And I'm
Can I
sorry
ask you
for
a question?
laughing.
What?
Would there be a scene when the guy,
Go ahead, Cutter, go ahead.
would be a scene where one of the kids died, and it's like a random like glass door or something? You
Oh,
just
of
throw
course,
the nigga-
of course. Of course.
Yo, Violent in Nature, that was my favorite fucking scene, bro. I love that scene, bro.
So,
That's hilarious.
so like, as this was this topic, there's so many movies that I feel like if I remade that, I would actually do a good job. Psycho, like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, don't touch Psycho. How dare you?
yo,
Don't touch Psycho. Don't do it. They're already doing Vertigo already.
Yeah, true.
I'm mad about that.
so,
Robert
yeah.
Downey
Oh,
Jr.
that's that. We
Robert Downey
did
Jr.
an
did that.
episode like
Hitchcock
that.
gonna
Like,
come
yeah.
down out of hell and
movies
smack
that
the shit
shouldn't
out
be
of you.
Yeah,
So don't do it, boy.
don't do it.
I just watched my first Alfred Hitchcock movie. I never saw Psycho,
Really?
but
You
I
need
just
to
watched
see
my
it.
first Alfred Hitchcock movie called Rare
That's
Window.
a beautiful film.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Vertigo is my favorite hit film of his.
Vertigo.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
You
Hitchcock
know
movie.
what's crazy?
I still
The
need to see
fact
that
that
too.
we all went to film school and Cutter hasn't seen Psycho, I feel like that's like a like
A prerequisite?
So yeah, like I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
like
a lot of,
every film school shows Psycho for some reason.
They always go over Hitchcock in film school for sure, but like
Yeah.
there's so many films that touch on Hitchcock. That's
Yeah.
why. So you probably missed it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've seen
It
one
was in
Hitchcock
film
movie.
theory. It was in film theory, but
Yeah.
I don't
Was it
remember
Don
that
Cato?
movie.
Was it Don?
It's always done.
No, it was.
Don's-
It was
Don-
not.
Don-
He wasn't doing
Don's
film theory. It was.
Don's my favorite teacher.
His name was Darren or something like that. It was like a white.
Oh
White
yeah,
dude with the
like the
colored
white,
hair.
like Kurt Cobain looking
Yeah.
nigga.
Oh, yeah.
That was my
He
dog
kind of
though.
introduced me to like
Avant-garde.
yeah,
Avant-garde.
avant-garde, yeah,
Yeah.
avant-garde films. He introduced me to that shit. I was blown away.
Yo, so
Yeah.
Cutter, what's your movie that you would remake, and how would you remake it?
So I just recently saw this movie called Decoded, and
Oh, I
it was
haven't
an
seen that yet.
interesting concept, right? It was about this dude who was like extremely smart in like math and stuff like that. So he was like really good at decoding like different like puzzles and shit like that for the thing. So they kind of like the Chinese army kind of like took him and put him like in this classified area to decode, to decipher, solve riddles and stuff like that. That would help with like stopping, preventing like assassinations and shit like that.
Why? Yo, as soon as you said the title, I was like, this sounds mad
Yeah,
familiar.
it was. It just
just-
came out. It just came out like a month ago, I think.
Really?
So that's
Yeah.
giving
That's
me
a-
Manchurian Candidate
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Manchurian Candidate.
So I didn't get to watch the movie because it was long. It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes, but.
Going for a movie.
For what I really liked it, but I felt like it could have been a series. I would have made it a series,
Yeah.
and
Right.
then I would just like each episode would be like just like basically like just different like historical events.
That
Like
you
so
can
he's
judge-
the code, yeah. So like he's the
Right.
coded and solving to
I
prevent.
can see that as a good as a show. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
that would be good as a series. You can still work as a movie, but I can see that be done as a series. So each season is a different historical event.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Each season, yeah. So they
Yeah.
like working on. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
Instead of just making a movie, because I liked the movie, but I was very interested when they stopped certain assassinations, like
Right.
when they got with all like the technical stuff,
Yeah.
Right.
and then it went to the thing. I like that. So
Right.
And then it ends where he solves all the crimes and gets a wife and is confused as hell.
no, that's crazy. That's what happened. He got a wife. Like I really loved him. Like the actor, he was a great. I didn't know
That's
his
so
name, but he was a
predictable.
great actor. He was a really good
predictable.
actor. So it's like he played that part like to the T.
Yeah.
So I would have definitely got him. And then what's his name? John Cusack?
John
Yeah.
Cusack.
Yeah, he was in the film.
Nice.
He was pretty good. He basically like the film was basically like he basically like goes against his his teacher,
Oh, okay.
his mentor. So like cuz he's like a really good like he gets kind of like sent to US
Yeah.
to work for the US Army.
Okay.
So yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
So Shareef, in your history of film watching, what is one movie that you would like to remake, and how would you remake it and tell that story?
Stargate.
Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate I would remake. And the reason why I would do Stargate, because the movie was good when it came out. It's a good movie, but it's not an exceptional film. So I think if I think of movies that should be remade, it's the movies that are that could be touched, that could be easily redone either because of the plot, it's not that well written, it's not that really good, it's not directed that well. The visual effects, so the visual effects in that film can be easily improved today. The script could easily be improved today, and the direction could be easily improved. It was directed by Roland Emmerich. Roland Emmerich is not that really good of a director. I mean, sorry for people who love Independence Day, but he's not that good.
What movies he do?
He did Independence Day. He did Godzilla with Matthew Broderick. He did Universal Soldier.
Oh.
He did the Day After Tomorrow. He did The Patriot with Mel Gibson. I've seen his movies because I have friends of mine who love his work, but I don't think he's that good.
I mean, those movies ain't that.
But Stargate is not a bad movie. I mean, he's not that bad. He's not that bad.
Great
but-
concept.
Yeah, but Stargate is an interesting concept because what I like about Stargate, it plays into like conspiracy theory lore because a lot of people believe that the pyramids was invented by aliens, and so Stargate is a film about that. Stargate is about archaeologists find this gate in Egypt, and this artifact that's supposed to be alien, and then James Spader's character figures out the code, he decodes the gate, and able to open it, it opens to another, goes to another planet. And on that planet, this alien rules the people there with an iron fist. And you learn through the people that this alien gave mankind all this technology and all this advancement. So this is why human beings advanced. So what I would do differently, keep the same thing, but what I would do differently, I would add like more David Icke stuff in there, more Billy Carlson stuff in there. So I would add more, I would delve more into like, you know, the Atlanteans, and all the other like different myths that we haven't discovered.
Yes.
And tie more into the movie.
I get that.
And make it more, bring more conspiracy, like, oh, aliens made this and aliens made this, or this is why, you know, we went on the moon landing and all the different things like that.
Talk about
like,
the Lucifer experiment on Mars.
Yeah, all the different things that we can't explain, and I'll put that more in the Stargate. But then I'll add more action. So I'll make it more impactful. And then also that I would do differently, that happened more on the other planet, I'll bring it to Earth. So the aliens, it'll be an alien invasion through the gate, through the Stargate. So literally they come into Earth and take over. So there's always like, there's been like UFO, recently we've been talking about UFOs and all this type of stuff. So I would add that into the movie. So it'll be like this alien invasion with Stargate. So instead of them coming through the sky, they're coming through the gate. Like it's just coming through like a giant armada. And now, you know, the whole world have to like now stop this from happening. They're already here, so now you gotta beat them up. Now you gotta kill them. So that would be do it differently. So more action and more conspiracy theories.
You just thought about this in the last few weeks, or
no? I just thought about it the other day.
Oh wow!
When he was like, I was like, what movie?
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, like I gave him the
I was thinking about a question. I thought about.
No, it seems like he's talking. It seems like he been thinking about this his whole life.
I was like, what movie? Because I watched all the conspiracy theories online and like YouTube videos about that. And I watch some of them are very convincing, like Billy Carlson, I think it's his name. Yeah. He has a lot of stuff that he talks about, and I find it very fascinating, very like entertaining. He was on Joe Rogan. I was watching a video on Joe Rogan. I was like this the whole time. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. But it's entertaining, so I was like, I would add that to Stargate. I would even like ask him.
He's a black dude, right?
He's a black dude, yeah. I would ask him like, what's some stuff I could add into the script? Like, what can I put in there?
I get that.
Yeah. Maybe have him do a cameo in the movie too.
You could.
But you actually believe Billy Carlson? You don't believe?
I think some stuff we can't explain. I do believe in aliens.
I just think I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he's fucking nuts.
So
I think he's nuts.
So here's my thing. Do I think like truthers or people who's into conspiracy theories? I think some of them have good, rational arguments. They don't mean it correct. They have rational arguments. They don't mean you're right. You give it, oh, this doesn't make sense. Why is this? So as human beings, we're curious people. So we're curious beings. So there's nothing wrong questioning things. But it's when you say this is a fact, that's where I like call you bullshit. Right?
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
Also, you have to look at also the way he
articulates himself.
No, it's like his vocabulary. Like
he's smart guy.
Certain things. I want. The thing is that some of the things, like some of his vocabulary, is not really like some people who's like really into it. Like when he's talking, he's kind of like confusing words that has nothing to do with what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Again, that's why I consider him and David Icke and a lot of conspiracy theorists. Like I consider them over their friends. I consider them over there because they have certain arguments. You question certain things, I'm fine with that. But when they start saying things are fact, is when you lose me. But I find it entertaining though.
No, absolutely.
No, I find it entertaining.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there are certain, like, just me personally, I'm not gonna say aliens are real, but I believe they're real, right? I don't have any proof of that, but I do believe it because my rationale is I find it hard to believe that we're the only planet with life form on it. So I look at it from a grand universe spectrum. I find it hard to believe we're the only planet. There has to be something else out there. So that's why I believe in aliens.
I get that.
Yeah.
I was definitely thinking about something like that, but I would set it around Thanksgiving, so there's an allegory about colonization.
I like that.
And
I like that.
I feel like that would be like, one, a good theme for a film, because there's not that many Thanksgiving movies.
No, not at all.
Especially not ones that are actively, consciously making you think about shit like that.
But don't we already have Avatar? First Avatar?
Yeah.
But you can always have more. I feel that's right. You always have
more.
more. You can always have more.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. You can always have more. Yeah.
And I feel like aliens could exist. I don't know if they'd be intellectually up to the point where they could just be here like that.
Right.
But
Right.
you know, germs exist,
Right.
bacteria exist,
Right.
all these other things that are clearly not that advanced
Right.
can exist. Fucking I think it's like the little pigs. I forgot what they're like. The
Tardigrades?
Yeah, tardigrades.
Tardigrades.
They can survive in outer space.
Right.
So
Right.
So technically, they're like alien in a sense.
Right.
they show that.
They're immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn near immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that would not be something
Right.
solely reserved to them.
Right.
Yeah.
No, agreed. Yeah. I just think there's something other, and I don't mean alien like people. It can be humanoid, but it can be like
A plant.
it can be a plant. It can be
Yeah.
anything
be
outside of Earth's atmosphere. To me, is an alien.
Yeah.
So like there has to be some living, even sentient life form out there. It is impossible. I think it's impossible to think that we're the only ones.
I mean, there's aliens on 125th Street.
Absolutely.
I love
A lot of aliens there.
They're not aliens, they're zombies. I live over there.
that. Right.
Wrong creature.
Zombies.
Zombie land, indeed.
Yeah.
Word.
All right, I have a few more films. I'm not gonna take too much time on them. I'll just say which ones and how I do it.
Okay, no problem.
Casino. I would
What?
I would remake that
I'm
Hype Williams
hurt.
style.
Oh my god.
Keep-
No. You gonna
Yeah.
make a casino, dude? I feel it right there. I feel the pain.
So how would you do it, Marshall?
Hype Williams?
Yeah, I would do it Hype Williams style. It emphasized the amount of access that much more so. So it's even more grandiose because the acting, everything else was impeccable about it, but I would make it so over the top visually that when even like they're talking through the cigarettes, you get that kind of feel like there's something cold and off-putting about these people and this setting that they're living through.
You don't think they have like grand shots already?
I know that they do, but Hype Williams is a whole different spectrum of grand. And I'm not saying he's amazing as Scorsese. I'll never say that.
But you would want to do like a urban or a black version to Casino? Is that what you kind of getting at?
Yeah, and it would just literally his cinematography would be the only thing that would give say. Nothing else. He could not choose the actors. He can't cast anybody. Can't even choose the food that they eat when they're off set. He only get his cinematographer, and that's it. Maybe and lighting.
I wonder if Robert De Niro's ever heard of Hype Williams. I think that's funny.
I hope not.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean, I feel like the only time you would have heard of him is when he did that skit with Diddy on SNL,
Oh my god.
and they had him rapping in the studio, and it was really cringy and awkward. So, I really hope not, Bobby. I really hope not. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
That's good. That can be remade.
I would do that the Wachowskis style. You know, we already have a very Western idea about Christmas because Christmas is very Western, and the Wachowskis are very Eastern in their philosophies and beliefs in all the films that they do. All the Matrix movies always make sure to incorporate these very heavy ideas when it comes to consciousness and the ability of making choices and consequences and all these things. I would like to have like a real character study of the Grinch's growth in his personality as opposed to, his heart just grew 3 sizes one day and that's the explanation because that's bullshit.
Okay.
The Devil's Advocate from
Okay.
Great movie.
That's a good movie.
I would remake that Kubrick style. You know, because
That movie is funny as hell man, at the end.
Yo, Stanley Kubrick is like, man, I've often say,
He's in my top 5.
Stanley
He's number one for me.
Kubrick, he makes films to be
Course, that was my
studied.
favorite.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, he makes films to be studied. Like he makes films that entertain us by accident. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because they're that good. But if you want to learn film, dialogue, cinematography, sound, you watch Kubrick.
I would say there are 5 filmmakers that are good teacher filmmakers. Like Kubrick is one, Kurosawa is another,
Yep.
Hitchcock's one. John Ford, and I would say Joseph L. Mankiewicz. He's also another one. There.
Great choices.
There.
Amazing
those
choices.
Those are directors I think you can learn a lot from watching their movies. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I compare Kubrick to Jay Dilla. I feel like they did. I feel like.
He's the musical equivalent of Jay Dilla.
Yeah.
I can see
actually
that.
feel like that. Because they both like put so much in their music. I mean, in their craft.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. Like the amount of detail is like impeccable.
Right.
I hear that. All right, I got two more. The Miseducation of Sonny Carson.
Never seen it.
That's a great
Never
movie.
seen it.
You need to see it.
I need to see that. Okay, heard.
Yeah.
Put it on my list.
I would do that Cole Bennett style. We've all seen Lyrical
Cold
Lemonade.
Yeah.
I would do that and make it modern. I wouldn't have it in like the 70s or the 80s. Because it's still about, reckless kids. And we still deal with reckless kids, especially considering the fact that Sonny Carson was a real person.
Yeah, he was.
And what he did was still really wrong. He stole a train
Right. That's crazy.
in New York City. And it's just like, I would modernize that because New York kids, I love y'all, but y'all, wow.
Some of the most reckless humans on the planet.
Yes.
Look at the movie Kids.
Right.
It's crazy.
Word, and that was just like 25, 30 years ago. So you could just imagine how reckless the kids are now, bro.
Oh, hell yes. And finally, I would remake Moonlight. I would make
saw
that. You need to see that.
Moonlight is not impressive. I like the movie. It's not impressive. It's not. It's not. It's just okay movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of
It's
character.
just alright.
Yeah.
It's just alright. I don't understand the big deal why people was clamoring for me. I was talking to a friend of mine. They was like, I never saw a hip hop, a hood like gay movie. I was like, there are several of them. That's not new. That's not
Yo,
a thing.
gay movies are terrible,
That's
bro.
not a
Like
thing.
all of them. Like it's
Like-
not. I don't think it's a single gay movie that I like, bro. They terrible, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, I like the movie. It was well shot. Barry Jenkins is a good filmmaker, but like I don't understand like Hollywood's like celebratory nature with that film. I just think that when they see a film, like for them when they see it for the first time, they like glorify it when there's other films that's like that already.
Moonlight is one of those films that's going to be considered, this was made so this film could run.
Right.
They said Moonlight walked so this can run.
Right.
And I would remake Moonlight Akira Kurosawa style. Yeah, absolutely. Because I get it too. They spend way too much time with the camera in niggas' faces. Like, way too much time. I get you want to see the trauma in their faces and all the pain, but it's just like, I don't give a fuck about. Is it Florida that they're in? I think
Yeah, they're in Florida.
Florida is not visually appealing.
I love that.
It is really hard
You
to
better
make.
not let what's his name hear you say that. Yak. Yo, Kodak, he said that, not me.
I love that.
Sock passe. Like, I would like to make that, his growth more interesting to, show visually. Because it's not just about trauma and embracing yourself as a person. It's about, there's self-love there as well as, like, hints of romance. It's not really a romantic
If
movie.
you do it Kurosawa style, you would have to make it from Mahershala Ali's perspective.
Yeah,
It would be
right.
from his perspective now,
Yeah.
because now you have the mentor helping the mentoree grow and develop. Because that's what Kurosawa was all about, about the mentorship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll say it. I went to the movie theaters to see Moonlight. I was
I
with
did too.
somebody,
I did too.
and it was a good movie. But like this, it was just so much going on in that movie that this is why I stopped going to Magic Johnson. This is the last time I went to Magic Johnson Theater. I don't know why.
I don't go to AMC anymore.
I do not know why.
Don't do that.
3 seats behind me, there was this black guy dying laughing when a bro was getting a hand job on the beach. And I don't know why the nigga was laughing. And I had to turn around and look at the nigga. I was like,
because it's stupid.
I was like,
stupid,
bro, what the fuck is so funny? And this nigga's dying laughing. Like, you would have thought we was at like Def Comedy Jam or some shit the way he was laughing.
That's
Like,
terrible.
It's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this a dumb thing? Like, why we like? It's just certain things you just don't put. Like, if you gonna put that in a movie, like, it gotta be like cinematic. Pause. But it gotta be cinematically pleasing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be something there. Like, if niggas is not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Cause I do that too. Like, I laugh at certain shit.
We know,
like,
Cutter.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we know.
Cutter,
this is stupid. This looks so dumb. Like, why would you put that in a movie? So I could understand those
It's
moments.
supposed to be romantic.
Like, come on, bro.
Cutter be laughing at the most fucked up shit. Remember the Space Challenger
No,
when that rocket ship exploded?
I haven't seen this.
That was a real life event.
Okay, I haven't seen this. I didn't know this. Okay, I gotta watch
Space
this.
Challenge?
Were you laughing about that?
He would
I
have.
would know it. I don't know what you're talking about.
See?
He's laughing now.
He just put shit on me. I don't know
It don't take much. It don't take much to make Cutter laugh. And if like Cutter's the kind of person, like if we all went to high school, I wouldn't be able to sit next to Cutter, bro, because he'll start laughing, I'll start laughing, Marshall start laughing, you'll start laughing, and guess what? We all end up in detention laughing.
I'm a
Because of this
man,
thing.
man. I don't laugh at fucked up shit no more.
Get the
Bullshit.
fuck out of here.
Bullshit. But
Comment that if you
I'm
believe that
biased.
bullshit in the chat,
I'm
please.